Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to J.P. McCaskey High School. Schultz Transportation Gymnasium is the host of tonight's LL Hoops Friday Night Showdown in Section 1 between J.P. McCaskey and Penn Manor. As the Comets come to town looking to go to 4-2 on the season, J.P. McCaskey coming off of a victory, looking to go to 2-3, sorry. I'm alongside Warren Goodling and our executive producer Bruce Badgley tonight. Set to bring you some good action here in the early season. A little too early to tell on some of what's going to happen so far this year, but a bright spot here for the Comets coming to town is Ethan Benny.
Yeah, he's leading the team with a 17 points per game average. He's a good young player. He's only a junior. And Penn Manor's got off to a good start. They've won 3 games. I think they maybe won 3 last year. They're already above that total, going to be above that total as the season goes on. So their JV team had a promising performance tonight. So a lot of potential in the Penn Manor. In McCaskey, they traditionally play a tough early schedule. They played Coatesville and lost that one. They played Reading and lost that one. They went to Northeastern, normally a very good team in York County, and they won that game by 1 point Wednesday, which I think is a big confidence booster for them. And here we are in our first Section 1 game of the season. You only have 10 section games. Every game's huge.
Yes. And tonight, the McCaskey has a game tomorrow. So this is a nice run. They got a game Wednesday, game Friday, Saturday. So they play Lancaster Catholic tomorrow. So a couple of close games here. If they can keep building on this momentum they started on Wednesday, they'll be in a good spot, right where they want to be, back at 500.
They started in the second quarter on Wednesday because in the first quarter they were losing 21-6 on Wednesday night, and just sort of decided to go man-to-man defense, extended into the backcourt, and it paid off for them as they pulled that victory out. So their most important game, though, is tonight. They'll tell you that, but it's a nice rivalry game tomorrow for them. Lancaster Catholic, but they'll be focused on tonight.
So something to note, Coach Larry Bellew is out sick today, so we have Barry Acker sitting in for him as head coach. So does that have any part to play in tonight's match?
Well, I think it always does, but Barry's been with Larry now for a couple years. In fact, Barry was one of the assistant coaches at Elizabethtown College when Larry played at Elizabethtown College. So they have a common way to think about things. So Barry's more than capable of stepping in and doing what he has to do tonight to help the Comets.
As we wind down here, we have about 2 minutes before tip-off. The crowd's still rolling in. And a couple of just some of the wins here for the Comets. They got a win over York County Tech, and Oxford and Twin Valley. Their 2 losses coming to Palmyra and Ephrata. And Ephrata was a blowout loss here, the 62-35. So a tough matchup for Penn Manor in that game, but looking to rebound against this 1-3 McCaskey team.
And that game was 33-30 late in the third quarter, and it sort of got away from Penn Manor in the fourth quarter. So it probably wasn't as big as a blowout as maybe the score indicates. Right. So you could probably take a couple plays and turn those plays around, and you have a close game. So for Penn Manor, they're looking to bounce back tonight.
Yeah, so as tonight, we'll have a couple of nice things going on for you. We got the Spooky Nook Player of the Game, so that's something to keep an eye on at home. And we have some replays to show you here tonight. So we're looking forward to introducing some replay here on LL Hoops in our first Section 1 matchup. Again, we're here at Schultz Transportation Gymnasium in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. As the buzzer sounds, we're under a minute, and the PA announcer is going to take over and introduce the starting lineups and the national anthem as both teams head back to their bench, warmed up and ready to go for tonight's Friday night action. So the introductions there for the starters as we get ready for the national anthem. All right, sports fans, moments away from tip-off here at Schultz Transportation Gymnasium. An exciting matchup to bring to you live on LL Hoops.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see which style wins out tonight. It looks like normally I think McCaskey's success on Wednesday against Northeastern is when they extended their man-to-man defense and put a lot of pressure on the ball and went up and down the court pretty fast. And Penn Manor's going to probably want to rely more on their half-court execution of their offense and use their size inside. They have a couple 6'5" guys inside they'll try to get the ball to.
As Penn Manor breaks the huddle.
And you can see Jonathan Bird is a 4-year starter here at McCaskey. He's probably he's a really good point guard, makes other players better, has a lot of assists, and you'll get to see him tonight.
It's Luis Frias wins the tip for the Comets. Benny has it. And it's off to Aiden Matter as the Comets work the basketball around. There's the man-to-man defense by the Red Tornado. Benny inside. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound by Bird, and he brings it up court. Looks underneath on the baseline. Nice pass. Can't get it to fall. The putback is no good by Centeno. And then a foul underneath.
But there you saw the ability of Bird to penetrate and find the open man. They missed the layup, but because of the layup and the action around the basket, they're now on the foul line. And Bird can do that. He's a very good passer, a very good passer.
That sends Deshaun McFadden to the free throw line. He misses the first. And has one more.
And he's been to the foul line 8 times. That's the 9th time. So far he's 6 for 9 for the season. See if he can knock this one down.
He gets the second. So our first point of the night comes from the foul line. 1-0, McCaskey.
Yep. In a half-court man-to-man, and Penn Manor's going to try to run a little high-low offense.
Mattern loses his balance. Benny puts the shot up. It rattles out.
Yep.
Rebound McFadden. He gets it off.
That was a good look by Benny. He's going to make that shot most of the time.
Here's a three-point shot. No good. Elias Garcia with the shot. Demir Wesley gets it to Mattern.
Good rebound.
Here's Benny underneath and the travel. So a turnover there for the Comets.
Just slow down a little bit, Penn Manor now. Just slow down.
You've seen Mattern lose his feet a couple times and have to give up that basketball. So just a little more patience.
Well, McCaskey's going to force you to play a little faster than you normally play, and you have to maintain good balance.
There was Centeno, now Bird, into the corner. There's the Red Tornado, look for the best shot. Here's Bird driving to the basket, lays it up, puts it in.
Yep. That's what he can do. And a quick pitch here by Penn Manor, got the ball in. There's a little double team, he gets out of it.
Here's Benny with the basketball. Big size advantage for Benny going up against Centeno. And there's Frias tied up for a jump ball, and the ball will go to McCaskey as they have the possession arrow and look to build on their 3-0 lead.
Yep, now Penn Manor's playing a half-court defense, trying to keep the ball in front of them. And the challenge they'll have tonight is keep the ball out of the paint off the dribble. Now McCaskey's going to run a 5-wide offense. There's going to be a curl cut. Ball reversal. And they keep it wide. That's why they keep it wide, so Bird can go down the center.
And he finishes with the left hand.
Yep. Just one ball reversal. They got the ball back to him, and he was able to find a gap in the defense.
Here's a three from Mattern. No good. Centeno gets the rebound, and here come the Red Tornado again. This time it's Tirado with the basketball. Now Centeno drives in, and he's fouled.
Yep. And Centeno, he's a pretty good penetrator too. He'll do most of his penetration on transition, but he can get to the basket on half court.
That's Frias's first foul. They get the ball in to Bird. Pass goes off the leg of Mattern.
Out of bounds underneath play for McCaskey now. Let's see if they do anything to set up a shooter on the inbounds. No, they're just going to get the ball into Bird here.
Into the corner. Centeno blocked by Wesley.
Yeah, Wesley just did a nice job of staying in front and getting big.
Schmidtke stripped by Garcia, and Garcia quickly up court. Mattern reaches in, gets the foul, gives the foul here against Garcia, and he's going to head to the line, I believe.
Yep, 2 shots.
So the first shot from Garcia is no good. And we have our first substitution of the night. Devin Figueroa checks in for the Comets. A 5-0 lead for McCaskey. Early on, 5 minutes and 6 seconds to play here in the first quarter. The second free throw from Garcia is good. Stretches that to 6-0 lead.
Yep. Garcia's done a nice job in the year now. I think he's 9 for 11 on the season.
There's Benny bringing the basketball up, loses his feet, and Centeno's off to the other end and lays it in.
That's what he does right there. Transition, he's going to go right to the basket.
Here's Benny again, loses it once more to Centeno. He passes it, and there's Figueroa cutting it off. and knocking it out of bounds to prevent any more points off of turnovers. But it is McCaskey basketball. So great start here for the Red Tornado.
Yeah, and it's all about their defense right now. They've done a good job on defense, and Bird has gotten some nice penetration on the half-court offense.
Here's Figueroa. Some good defense on Bird. Now into the corner, three-point shot. Garcia buries it.
Yep. When you got that going, it's going to be hard for Penn Manor when Garcia's out there shooting threes.
And then that one's deflected off the hand of Bird and then off of a Penn Manor player and out of bounds. So an early timeout here from head coach Barry Acker filling in for Larry Bellew. It's a 11-0 McCaskey lead with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Well, you couldn't draw it up any better for the home team. The road team trying to figure things out now in the timeout.
Yeah, the road team, they got a couple good shots early, but the last couple possessions, they've been turnover prone. And you can't score if you're going to turn the ball over. So they're going to have to take care of the ball, be a little strong with it. Don't try to do too much. Make the first easy pass you have. That'll lead to the second pass and then maybe to an open player.
And here we go. The Comets head back on the court. It's McCaskey basketball. Torado to inbound to Bird, and Bird will bring it up for the Red Tornado. Bird, a beautiful pass.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That pick and roll. He slipped the screen, went right down the middle.
And a steal on the other end. Here he comes, looking for two. Can't get it to go, but there's Centeno there for the putback. And just like that, it's 15-0.
Yeah.
The Red Tornado all over the floor early on. And the Comets don't have an answer right now. Figueroa crosses mid-court. They go inside to Wesley. He dishes it out to Benny for three. Rattles out.
Yeah, and that was the right play. Look opposite. He had an open shooter. He a little bit took that. I don't think he had his feet quite set on that one, but he'll make that shot.
Bird to the corner. Torado guides it in for three more.
But you see the impact Bird has, and if you're going to help ball side, you're going to give up a three to a good shooter.
Here's Benny, taken away from behind and pushed up to Centeno, who wisely pulls it back and gets it off to the point guard, Jonathan Bird.
Yeah, and it's going to be very hard to pressure Jonathan Bird because the more you pressure him, the easier it is for him to go by you.
There's Torado again. This time no good. Rebound Devin Figueroa. He weaves in and out, dishes it off, and there is the first points for the Comets.
All right, there you go. Got that first bucket. All right, just keep it simple. Be strong with the ball and hit the open man, and that's what they did that time.
Centeno from the corner, and he buries it again. Second one from that spot tonight.
Well, they're definitely feeling it. They don't have a lot of threes on the season, but they're certainly looking for it tonight.
They get it underneath. Demir Wesley with the left hand, no good.
Wesley has to take that up strong. Don't finesse it, take it up strong.
Now down to the baseline. Mid-range jumper's no good. Off the hand of McFadden. And quickly up court of the Comets. Nice Frias underneath. Wesley kicks it out. Here's Figueroa stripped by Bird, and Bird's quickly up the other end. Gets it off to Centeno. And another bucket in transition.
And there's a big connection between Bird and Centennial, believe me. They know each other in the open court.
So foul on the other end sends Luis Frias to the line, as the score's been stretched to 23-2. Some substitutions on now for McCaskey. Aiden Burgess checks in, and Anthony Henson.
Yeah, now Aiden Burgess came in the other night against Northeastern and hit a couple nice outside shots. So he gave him a little outside punch the other night.
First free throw's no good. Points are hard to come by early on here for Penn Manor.
Well, they've just been sped up by the McCaskey defensive pressure. Every pass has been an adventure.
Dominic Guzman checks in for Penn Manor, number 24. Frias can't get the second to go as it hits the top of the backboard, and it will be McCaskey basketball.
Okay, now the challenge for Penn Manor is just to hang in there and just try to get each play, possession by possession, do the best you can.
You got to weather the storm.
And get some stops on defense.
Yeah, Bird and Centeno both on the bench, so here's a good opportunity to get into a rhythm without those two playmakers on the floor for McCaskey.
And those two playmakers on offense are the best defenders on defense as far as their effort and their ability to guard. Now, Freddie Ramos is not going to put a guy in the game unless he can play defense. So I'm sure that's the message. You're going in, you better keep that defensive pressure up.
As you can see it here, McFadden.
There you go.
And yeah, the Comets just avoided trouble.
And I still think they get the ball in there to Wesley.
There's McFadden for three.
Yeah, they're feeling it tonight from the perimeter.
There's the pressure in the back court. Guzman gets it off to Benny, and he settles it down. We're 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Benny picks up his dribble and is pressured, gets it off to Frias. Just hands everywhere from these red tornadoes out there on the floor. There's Wesley inside, goes up, he's fouled. He'll head to the line for two.
Yeah, it's their hands are active, but really the impressive thing is their positioning with their feet. They're not really reaching unless their feet are in good position. So they're not going across the body. They're putting intense pressure on.
Demir Wesley, first free throw. No good. That rim has not been friendly to the Comets tonight. A couple of them rattled out. A couple of them spun around. And that first one is no good. So Wesley looking to get the fifth point here for the Comets, and hits nothing but net.
That's a nice shot there.
26 seconds to play in the first quarter.
And Penn Manor desperately needs a stop here.
Look to get a basket here before the end of the quarter if they can get a stop. And nice move. That's Aiden Burgess weaving in and laying it in for two. Benny has it. Frias working with it. Benny from downtown, short off the front of the rim. Burgess gets the rebound, but time expires. The first quarter ends with the McCaskey Red Tornado, a 28-5 lead for them at home at Schultz Transportation Gymnasium. We thank Stephen W. Grosh, attorney at law. Give him a call at 717-208-4599. We stand by you in your time of need. And also Daniel K. Taylor, attorney at law. Specializes in estate administration, wills, and family law. Give him a call at 717-945-6212. So we get ready for the second half. And it's just been the speed, second quarter, sorry. The speed of of McCaskey is really the problem early on.
Yeah, and it's not just speed at one position. I believe it's speed
everywhere.
At every position. You can see the next pass, everybody is pressuring the ball.
They're blanketing the Comets.
And I'm not sure Penn Manor has a guy right now they throw the ball to, get out of his way, and let him bring it up. It's going to have to be a team thing, bringing the ball up.
And that's kind of how they got their 5 points, was passing the ball up the court, and that's how they got 2 layups. And then one time went to the free throw line.
And see, what now is Benny's your leading scorer, but he has to play some point guard.
Just to safely get it across.
Yeah, he has to play point guard, so he can do that, okay, but it's not his most natural position.
So here's Guzman for 3, no good. Ball rebounded by McFadden. Centeno and Bird still on the bench as we start the second quarter. Here's Henson on the baseline. Ball's knocked away, but picked up by Burgess. Now Henson has it again in the corner, works the baseline again, and he's fouled on the floor. So he'll pass it in from the baseline.
Yep, again, McCaskey's running an open offense, and that enables them to find the cracks in the defense and penetrate.
That's the second foul on Frias, and that brings Figueroa back into the game for the Comets. McFadden gets it in. Burgess loses it. It's Figueroa. He's been all over the floor on the defensive end for the Comets. And
and that's a nice take, strong take to the basket. And if he can make these 2 foul shots, it'd put the capping on a good play.
So the left-handed shot from Figueroa, too strong. As Aiden Mattern checks back in for the Comets, he'll relieve Nathan Schmidtke.
Okay, so now maybe Aiden Madden can be one of the guys to help break the press. Make a couple dribbles and find the open man.
In the early going, Mattern was losing his feet a little bit, so they brought Figueroa in, gave Mattern a little bit of a breather, and we'll see what he can do here in his second stint on the floor for the Comets as the 3-point shot's missed by McFadden, and the Comets get it off to Benny. He drives in, takes the jump shot, can't get it to fall, gets the rebound, goes up strong, doesn't get the basket to fall, but he will head to the free throw line.
Stuck with it that time, and sometimes when you miss a couple shots, just make these foul shots, and that might get you started. Got to the foul line, so that's a good thing.
Great hesitation there after getting the rebound to get them off balance and in the air and go up with the shot strong.
Make this one, get a little confidence. There you go.
28-7 your score.
And the last time is Penn Manor was in a zone defense, but they didn't get back and cut off the baseline that time.
Yeah, that's Nehemias Tirado on the baseline, fouled by Demir Wesley.
Yeah. And you'll see McCaskey doesn't waste time getting the ball up the court.
No,
you better get back on defense and find the ball right away, because here they come.
And Tirado gets the first to fall. Lots of lefties on the floor tonight.
Yeah, now Tirado's a junior, and he came into the game with 5 made threes. He shows a nice touch. Missed that foul shot.
Wesley has the rebound, gets it off to Figueroa. Figueroa pushes it up, goes back to Mattern for 3, and there's a 3-point shot for the Comets.
Yeah, nice assist there that time. But Figueroa penetrated, kicked it out.
And here's some defense from the Comets.
Yep.
Benny gets it off to Wesley.
They got numbers.
And now Benny weaves in, pulls up, puts it in.
Yep.
A little bit of rhythm here brewing for the Comets.
Yep, they're settling in a little bit now, figuring it out on offense. Don't worry about the score right now. Just play hard on each possession.
29-12 is your score as Henson has it before it almost scoots out of bounds. Here's Tirado now.
They played a little zone here the last couple possessions.
Figueroa taking away the left hand. Tirado pulls up for three, no good. Benny has the rebound. Gets it to Wesley, and now Mattern splits the defenders. Drives the basket, and they're going to get him for a charge.
Yeah, he needed to give that up early. He probably gives that up early. He's going to get that ball back.
And here comes some substitutions for the Red Tornado. Bird, Centeno back on the floor. Robert Lewis sees his first action of the night.
Yeah, and Robert Lewis is a freshman, I believe. And he played the other night against Northeastern. He'll set some screens. He'll try to get some rebounds. Gives him a little more size in there. And in the JV game, he was scoring down low when they got the ball down low to him. Again, Penn Manor in the zone. See if they can get the ball in Bird's hand, see if he can penetrate this zone.
Bird has it now, the far end of the court to Centeno. He drives in, gets bumped by Guzman, loses the ball, and now it's up to Figueroa, who finishes.
Nice pass by Henning, by Benny, who threw it ahead, and they got a layup. And there's the key thing, throw the ball ahead to the open guy.
Here working the baseline is Centeno. Three-point shot is good. That's Elias Garcia.
Yeah. And he's looking to shoot that corner shot tonight. 7
points for him. Underneath, Wesley can't get it to fall. Quickly up court and a missed pass from Bird to Centeno. And the Comets will get the basketball.
Yeah, Bird had the right idea. He was thinking, we got to lay up here, and he just put a little too much on it. But it was definitely the right idea. He saw his teammates streaking up the sideline. See if Penn Manor can get the ball inside here in this possession.
There's Guzman. He tries to go in. Knocked away, and Bird's out with it to Centeno, and blocked by Benny.
Yeah, nice block by Benny. He went straight up on that. Didn't try to hack him, just went straight up.
And Bird slows it down a little bit. Here in the corner again is Garcia, and he hits it once more.
He's feeling it. He was waiting for that ball to get reversed, and he had his feet set. He was ready for it.
This foul's going to be on Robert Lewis, the freshman, picks up his first foul. And a timeout here from Penn Manor before they inbound the basketball. 35-14 your score, 4 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the first half. And the Comets starting to find themselves on the defensive end of the floor and the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they played a lot better these last 4 minutes. They really have. And they've done a nice job at playing better as a team.
We'd like to thank Hannah Spirau, State Farm. Hello, neighbor. Give her a call. Thank you, Hannah. Figueroa, I feel, has been the spark plug for this Comets team. He's come in and he's been all over the floor, especially on the defensive end.
Yeah.
And now, in the second quarter, his defensive play has generated offense.
Yeah.
Where in the first half, it wasn't doing much.
He got some nice breakaways. One time he took it all the way. The other time he came down and pitched it back for a wide open shot. He got an assist on that. So he's shown some good stuff.
And he's still on the floor. He did not start, but has put in a lot of minutes as there's Wesley.
Wesley in a nice out-of-bounds play. Don't celebrate. You guys got to get back on defense. That was a nice out-of-bounds play. They executed perfectly that time.
There's Bird, long pass across the court. And he gets it off to Markel Kane, who buries the three. And the three-point shots tonight for...
I'm very impressed with McCaskey shooting the three ball like they have. I didn't see that on Wednesday night, but they're in their home gym and they're feeling very comfortable.
And then there's a loose ball on the baseline, goes out of bounds off of McCaskey. And Ethan Benny will inbound the basketball.
See what out of bounds they run here. See if they can get the ball inside to Wesley. Right there, he's open. But you missed him that time.
Go back to work against the freshman. There's a three-point shot buried by Devin Figueroa.
Good job off the ball screen.
Garcia. Now Bird with it. Drives in, pulls up, gets it out. Now inside, there's the freshman. Robert Lewis can't get it to fall, and Benny loses the handle. It goes out of bounds.
And see, Lewis had great position. You see how he worked the position that time. He just missed the shot, but the fact that he was there, he'll make those as the more reps he gets on that. But that's good to see from a freshman because he could help this team.
Garcia for three again, no good. Rebound Frias. Stolen away by Bird. Jonathan Bird works in and sneaks that ball in.
He's so good on defense. Anticipated that, and once he sees that open floor.
You see him here in the replay going strong to the basket with the left hand.
I mean, he's as an explosive player in the league that you'll see. I'm not sure there's anybody more explosive than what Jonathan is, and he's just so unselfish as a player too. But it all starts with his defensive effort.
There's an errant pass and followed by another one, and the Comets are lucky to maintain possession. That ball's blocked. And quickly up court, Centeno loses the handle, still loose. Centeno gets it back, puts it up, no good, and there's a foul on the play. He'll shoot two.
And he just stuck with it. He got his shot block, he just stuck with it. And that's what he did the other night at Northeastern. He was a big part of their comeback win.
There's a little hot potato on both sides there.
Yeah.
Centeno has 9 points. A little strong off the back of the rim as Deshaun McFadden checks back in.
And he's been in a foul line already 23 times this season. So that tells you a lot about his game. 16 for 23. Let's see if he can make this one. He rolled it in.
That's his 10th point on the night. 41-19 your score. 2 minutes, 38 seconds as Bird has it. Lays it up. Can't get it to fall, but Centeno aggressive at the rim, and then kick it out for three to Garcia.
Yeah. Let's see, look at the play by Bird. Centeno gets the rebound. They get the ball, and they find the hot shooter, Garcia.
It just three Comets down at the basket, and none of them jumped, and Centeno was up there and got the basketball. Behind the back pass from McFadden.
Yep,
can't connect.
A little bit of sauce there by McFadden. But, you know, you got the fans into the game with some exciting plays, so, okay. Freddie says, we're okay, we're okay.
There's Bird again, another steal. Just some lazy passes from the Comets.
You almost have to take the ball away from him. If you see him over here, take it away from him.
That's the third time in a row that he's just waiting back and just reading the play.
His anticipation skills are so good. And really, you're not going to be able to throw long passes like that against McCaskey unless you're absolutely wide open.
Here they get it to Figueroa. He gets it to Benny. Benny can't get it to fall. He gets the basketball underneath the basket. Goes up with the shot. Didn't have a good angle, and the ball's loose. Figueroa has it. Tries to get it out. He's got it again. Gets it to Benny. Now back to Figueroa. Goes inside to Wesley, and a whistle.
See, it's hard to get the ball inside when you have so much pressure on the passer. Like, we're looking at Wesley and saying, oh, hey, he has pretty good position, throw it to him. But that is a hard pass with pressure on the ball. I see what you see with Freddie Ramos right now. He's developing his depth.
Yeah.
He can play with a guy in foul trouble because he gets 8, 9, 10 guys in the game. And right now, from what we're seeing, everybody understands what the role is.
A shot miss there, and now Bird has it. A 46-19 lead. And some new players are on the floor. Brandon Wright is out there, as well as Stanley Moisey.
Yeah, and they're out there with Bird and McFadden, so they're out there with some veterans. Look at that pass there, see?
And McFadden finishes it to extend the lead. And there, everyone is just on top of the Comets. Guzman throws it across court. Figueroa jumps, or ducks underneath. And now Benny has it. There's Guzman back to Benny for three. Off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Wright and off to Bird. 35 seconds to play in the first half. Three-point shot from Wright, no good. Rebound, Schmidtke. Figueroa has it. There's three. Tornado. Right on Figueroa as soon as he gets that basketball. The pressure defense working wonders here in the first half. As Wesley can't get it to fall, Bird quickly up court, dishes it out. Here's McFadden. He's got another. So that's halftime here at Schultz Transportation Gymnasium. 51-19 is your score. McCaskey with the big lead early on. And fans at home, you saw why. It was clear.
Yeah, they played very well on both ends of the court. Very unselfish on offense. Their three-pointers are making shots, but it's all because of the unselfishness, making the extra pass.
And so we have a little bit of a break here coming up, but Bruce Badgley and Warren Goodling are going to come back with a little bit of a halftime show for you, and looking forward to bringing you second half action live from the campus of J.P. McCaskey as the Red Tornado lead 51-19. We'll be back soon.
Okay, halftime here at McCaskey. Bruce Batchley along with Warren Goodling. Warren, I tell you what, very interesting first half here as, McCaskey has really shown that they can pressure the basketball, right?
Yeah, their ball pressure on the ball is very good at all 5 positions, and their one pass away is in denial, so every pass is an adventure. And, of course, they have Bird, who's the X factor. He has the ability to freelance a little bit on defensively because his decision-making is so good of when he can go for the steal and when he doesn't have to go for the steal. He's so good at anticipating when a guy's in trouble, and you've seen the steals that he's come up with.
Yeah, I'll tell you. And the thing, too, and you touched on it as well, I mean, the three-point shooting of McCaskey, I mean, they're making Penn Manor defend the whole floor, okay? They're having to pressure out wide, which is then opening up the lanes for McCaskey to just drive to the basket.
Yeah, a lot of the shots they've made are from inside out. The ball's getting in the paint on penetration, and it's being kicked out, and they're making the three. And the shooters, Garcia is down there. His feeder said he can't wait to get that ball. And McFadden hit a couple, too. So they've got everything going tonight.
Yeah, everything going is the appropriate word. And I think, you touched on it there in the first half as well. Penn Manor just has to take it one possession at a time. I mean, concentrate on what they're doing, using as a teaching, element. I'm sure that's probably what the coach is talking about at halftime, right?
Yeah, I mean, right now, forget the score. Every possession matters. Let's get better on this second half. Their point guard's not here tonight, Deshaun Stanley. He's ill, so he's not here. So that's a big. When you take the point guard off a team and you're going to face a team that presses, that's a big loss, okay? But despite that, McCaskey's playing awesome.
Yeah, and, it's still one that, teams are still trying to, develop some chemistry. Still early on. So if you're in a halftime, in the Penn Manor locker room there, what are you telling your players?
I'm telling them, don't worry about the score right now. Let's worry about us, and let's see if we can get better, okay? Because the challenge for you is, what are you going to do now? Okay, you're down. Are you going to quit, or are you going to come back and battle hard and try to do some of the stuff that we need to win games in the rest of this season? Because this only counts as one loss if they lose this game. So don't get bad habits from this game, and don't get a bad attitude. Keep plugging away, and let's get better. We won 3 games this year. We can win more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a season is a process, and
Absolutely.
Teams start the season one way and they finish another, right? I mean, the chemistry develops over a multiplicity of games that you play, not only at home but away, right?
Absolutely, and this everything that happens to you during the season is what molds you as you go on, and some of those things are going to be bad. Okay, it's not all. You're not born to go undefeated, and so
right.
some
That's how you react. I mean, when you face adversity, right? That's really what builds a team, correct?
That's the fun thing about sports is, okay, that's the lesson tonight, and let's go, let's get better, and let's hang in there, because there was a stretch there in that second quarter where Penn Manor, they did a lot of good stuff, and you could build on that, but they have to try to keep it more consistent effort now.
Okay, listen. James Hine will be back for the play-by-play of the second half. Thanks, Warren, for that insight. And we'll be back with the second half here in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned.
All right, fans, we're back here at J.P. McCaskey High School. Both teams just got back out of the locker room. And we're going to get action started here in a couple of seconds as McCaskey takes the floor. And the Comets are now taking the floor as well. The score, 51-19. So Warren trying to see what the Comets can put together after they got an extended period of time to talk things out, figure out what they're doing wrong, get together on.
Yeah, this is not about X and O's right now. This is about let's keep our composure. Let's try to play hard. We practice now. We're in our 4th, 5th week. Let's do what we do, and let's try to get better at it.
It'll be J.P. McCaskey basketball to start the second half. As Robert Lewis back on the floor, the freshman for the Red Tornado, along with Jashar Nunez, Zayden DeSantis. Torado's back on the floor here, who's got a couple of threes in the first half. As McCaskey is a little bit slower here on the offensive end.
No, this has been a pretty good defensive series for Penn Manor at this point, but
there's the steal.
Yeah.
Aiden Mattern takes it away. Shot just inside the foul line.
Yeah, he got blocked.
Knocked out of bounds.
It's interesting that Coach Freddie Ramos didn't have a starting lineup here to start this third quarter. That's very unusual, but I see what he's doing. He's playing some young guys, trying to develop some depth.
There's a nice move by Mattern.
See, Mattern has some tools. He has some ability, okay? And I like to see his focus that time where he made a nice triple threat move and saw the ability to drive, and he did it.
Yeah, so for the Comets, it's Mattern, Figueroa, Benny, Wesley, and Gallion. He's getting some action.
Yeah, Gallion played the JV game, I believe, and he's a nice-looking young guard in the program for Penn Manor.
Here's Garcia for three, no good. As Mattern pushes it up to Ethan Benny, who works it inside. Now out to Mattern for a deep three. It's short and rebounded by Nunez. Stolen away by Wesley. He's fouled en route to the hoop, and he'll shoot two.
Okay, so far Penn Manor's shown a little life here. See if Wesley can make these foul shots.
That's the second on Lewis. First shot here from Demir Wesley.
Yeah, nice touch there.
And he gets them both. 51-23 now. He passes it off to Nunez. Nunez covered by Figueroa, who's been stout on defense for the Comets all night.
Yeah.
Patience here from the Red Tornado. Garcia. Lewis.
There you go.
Stolen away by Benny. He creates some extra space for himself and lays it in easily.
A nice defensive sequence that time by Penn Manor. And some positive here in the beginning of the third quarter for them.
Yeah, 6-0 run to start the second half.
Yep.
And a timeout here from the Red Tornado. Head coach Freddie Ramos. Five minutes, 43 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
Yep, and Freddie has almost a new lineup in there right now, and you wonder, okay, is he thinking about we have a game tomorrow? Should I save some? But he wants these guys to execute. He doesn't want them just to go in there. Oh, we're up 30. Let's just play.
Right.
No, he wants them to execute their stuff, and I think that's how you build a program. That's how you keep it going from year to year when you demand that execution, no matter what the score is.
There's a lot of seniors on this team, a lot.
Now they're going to run a little flex offense now.
They have 11 seniors.
Yep.
Sorry, I interrupted you there, Warren.
That's all right.
See.
So he changed his little strategy on offense that time. They run a little flex with the ball screen.
There's Garcia with a nice
jumper. And Garcia
jumper.
comes off the ball screen real nice and hits the jumper. So you saw the timeout that Coach Ramos took. He changed his little offensive set, and they got a good shot and made a bucket.
There's Benning for 3.
In that time, he was able to get his feet set. He didn't seem as rushed.
Yep.
Okay, he had plenty of room. He took his time. He made the shot.
And he came up short a couple of times in the first half.
Yep.
That one, perfect. There's the travel.
Yeah, it looked funny, and Mr. Eberly called that. He called that one. And he's usually right. He's got that one right, I think, because it was a little drag the pivot foot.
It was tough to see from our angle with the McCaskey bench there, right on the sideline. Torado's first foul. Inbound goes to Matter. He's working on the baseline, gets it to Benny. Shoots the 3 and gets it.
Now see, he's starting to get it going a little bit, but I think he's a little bit more patient on his shot, and he's gets into the flow better.
DeSantis with it. Off to Garcia. He drives in. Blocking foul. That's going to be on Wesley.
Garcia wanted that N1 there, didn't he? He made a tough shot after the foul. But the ref clearly called the foul on the drive.
Yeah, he didn't get the shot off until he hit the floor anyway.
Right, yeah.
But it never hurts to plead your case.
Yep.
So here comes the starting lineup. For McCaskey, Bird, Centeno, Kane's in.
And Burgess is in.
And Burgess. McFadden covering Matter now. Wesley with it. Drives in, picks up his dribble. Here's Figueroa. Opens lane to the net as he's cut off there by Burgess. And misses the layup. Benny almost got a hand in there. Here's McFadden for 3. No good. Rebound Matter. He gets it up to Wesley, and there's nobody there on defense. Wesley lays it in for 2.
Okay.
$53-33 the score.
Penn Manor showing a little life here.
Nice pass by Bird and another one by Centeno.
Yeah, 2 really nice passes. 2 really nice passes. And that's what you like to see, okay? Because, you know, if you have the rule, the more you give it up, the more you get it back.
Yep.
And McCaskey certainly has been playing that way tonight.
Centeno.
Yep.
No good. Benny
that was a really nice play there, too. They missed a shot, but.
Here's Matter.
Yep.
He's got a 3.
Yep.
If they can get that 3 ball going, it can make it interesting real quick. Just like that's really what also assisted McCaskey in stretching their lead. They hit a lot of 3s in a row. Here's Centeno inside to McFadden. Nice pass, but Benny's there to swat it away.
Yeah.
And this looks like the Comets team we were expecting to come
Yeah,
out in the
I mean, they've
first
got
half.
their feet under the ground now, and like I said, you gotta build off something, and they're trying to do it the right way. So give Coach Barry Acker credit for regrouping his guys at halftime and coming out here in this third quarter and playing well. But so far, they've really been able to keep most of the penetration. I mean, they haven't completely shut it down, but hasn't been as much. See what Bird does here now.
Yeah, we're under a minute to play in the third. As the pass goes out of bounds, a turnover.
Okay, now Matterns did a really good job of staying in front of Bird that time. It's just the little things that can really help you.
Mattern for three again, a little short, loose ball, rebounded there by Schmidtke. A little too strong on the pass, and Centeno's there, lays it in. Only 4 points in this quarter for McCaskey, 2 coming there. It's 55-36 with 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Mattern gets a pick. Schmidtke to Figueroa for three. Rattles out, spins out.
That was a good play, though. The big guy got the roll and looked opposite.
There's Burgess for three. He buries it. And it's going to be a two. His foot was on the line.
Burgess is a good shooter.
There's a good effort by Mattern to score at the buzzer. No good. One more second, and Figueroa would have been able to put that back.
Yeah.
But we head to the fourth quarter with the score: McCaskey 57, Penn Manor 36. And it has been a much slower second half, as you would expect with a big lead. And they came out without the starters on the McCaskey side of the basketball. And just really a Penn Manor driven half or quarter here to get their feet under them and get them back on track.
No, it's something you can build on now. Let's see if we can, if Penn Manor can, if you're the coach, you're saying, let's build on that. Let's see if we can do it now in the fourth quarter. I'm not saying they're going to win the game. What are they down? 19?
21.
They're down 21. Okay, you're down 21. So, I mean, that's hard to come back down 21. But let's do the best we can, and we can build on for next week.
Something we'd like to thank Hannah Spirall for supporting us here at LL Hoops. Thanks for tuning in, fans at home. Friday night basketball action. Thanks to our sponsors. Also, thank you to the Big 60 for supporting LL Hoops basketball. As we're set to get the fourth quarter underway, Benny to inbound the basketball for Penn Manor. The final 8 minutes. Here's the pressure defense ramped up here for the Red Tornado. Nice pass by Benny underneath.
That's a way to be unselfish. Nice pass by Benny. That was a really good play.
Here's Centeno, thinks about the three, drives in, kicks it out, and a travel on Kane.
It's funny how the game is such a momentum game, okay? So McCaskey's not getting the turnovers and steals like they did the first half. And you see Penn Manor executing some stuff on offense. So they're growing right now. Penn Manor's growing.
There's a nice
deflection and led to the steal that time.
Yes.
Just as I said, they didn't get any steals. They got one.
Here's Benny with the rebound, pushes it up. It's Mattern driving to the basket. Gets bumped, can't get the layup to fall, but he'll shoot two. This is Centeno's first foul. We got to keep our eye out for the player of the game here in the fourth quarter. Warren is Spooky Nook's going to bring us the player of the game tonight. There's Bird with it. Now McFadden. Cross-court pass to Burgess. Drives in. Left hand. Can't get it to fall. Mattern the rebound. Pressured here by Centeno and McFadden. And there's Gallion helping out. There's Mattern back with it now. Bird on defense, and it's thrown away. They've ramped up the pressure a little bit more.
Yeah, a little pressure that time. A little miscommunication.
It's a 17-point game. 57-40. 5:55 to play in the fourth. There's McFadden, the turnaround jumper, no good. Benny can't grab it, and he goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Benny went up and just couldn't grab it. It looked like he was going to get a really nice rebound there, and it just couldn't hang on.
And he took his eye off it a little early. He knew he felt the defender right on him. As there's Bird with the floater, can't get it to fall. Quickly out is Figueroa. He's just got McFadden, crosses him up, lays it in, and the foul.
Yep.
A nice play by Figueroa, but he's hurt.
Yep, nice crossover back to his strong side, his left hand.
I don't know if he got hurt when running into the wall after he laid it in.
Yeah, it might have been that. Yeah, I think so.
Not much room underneath the basket.
No, he made a really nice move. He's got some speed.
And he's had a really nice game for the Comets tonight.
Well, you take away that first quarter.
Yeah.
Penn Manor has showed some stuff.
Yeah, big first quarter for McCaskey. Took a long time for the Comets to put points on the board. There's McFadden, gets the floater to fall.
That was a nice shot.
There's Mattern behind the back. Centeno gets a hand in the passing lane and puts it in himself.
Yep. Now the heat's turned up a little bit again, the last two possessions.
14 points for Centeno.
Yeah.
Here's McFadden. Goes in, puts it in, and the foul.
Yep. And you see McCaskey, when they get the turnover, boy, they're really pretty good in the open floor.
Yeah, they haven't. They've scored on almost every bucket in transition that they've had. A couple of errant passes and that have gone out of bounds, but other than that, they've been sharp in transition after stealing that basketball away.
Now they're in a little zone press here.
McFadden on those free throws puts in his 14th point of the night, and we have a foul on the floor. It's going to be on Centeno. Here's Mattern covered by McFadden. They switch. Centeno now on to Benny, who's working inside. Nice move.
Yep, nice move.
And gets it to fall.
Yep, showed his ability to put the ball on the floor and get in the paint and go up and score.
Three minutes, 45 seconds to play in the game. As Henson drives, gets it to McFadden. McFadden puts it in.
Yep. Nice penetration and assist by Henson.
There's Mattern now walking it up the floor, pressured by McFadden. Big night for Deshaun McFadden. He's got 16 to lead the team. As Henson's trying to get that ball away, Benny, a great job getting that ball to his teammate, but Schmidtke can't finish it. Up to Centeno. He can't get the layup to fall. Benny the rebound off to Mattern, and Mattern's fouled by Henson.
Yep.
And McCaskey's going to take a timeout here. 66-45 your score. 2 minutes, 55 seconds to play in the game.
Yep, and Coach Freddie Ramos, he just took that timeout to tell the guys, here's what we want in the last 2:55. So he doesn't want it to get sloppy. He wants good fundamental basketball. So he's setting the tone right now, what he expects here.
Fans, we thank you all for tuning in tonight to LL Hoops live stream of McCaskey and Penn Manor. Special thank you to Circle W Sports. LL Hoops is powered by Circle W Sports. Visit circlewsports.com. As we wind down, 2:55 to play. 66-45 your score. Leading point scorer for the Red Tornado is number 4, Deshaun McFadden. And for the Comets, it's Ethan Benny with 13. The Comets are looking for more points here. Figueroa for 3, a little too strong. Rebound by Centeno. And he's got it again, drives the lane. He's fouled by Figueroa. He slams the basketball, and just a frustrating night overall for the Comets.
Yeah, but they've shown some good stuff down the second half. Let's put it that way. They've really competed here in quarters 3 and quarter 4. Centeno, he did a nice job of getting to the basket. Like I said, he's got like 25, 26 foul shot attempts so far this year. That tells you he does get to the basket.
Zach Tofik checks in for the Comets. He'll relieve Demir Wesley. As Benny and Mattern are the only starters remaining on the floor. Asher Peters getting some time out there for the Comets as Centeno tries to pick that one off. Can't do it. He's got the rebound, though, underneath on the Benny miss, and he brings it up court. Gets down to Henson. Henson works the baseline, comes in, gets a shot up, no good, but McFadden's there to finish.
Yep.
And McFadden and Centeno are battling for the most points on the team here tonight. McFadden now with 18. They're making it tough for us to decide who the player of the game is going to be, Warren.
Well, I think the whole starting 5 for McCaskey played very well.
Yes, for sure. They played extremely fast and under control, which was phenomenal to watch.
Yeah, and you know, Jonathan Bird makes them go. His unselfishness. He's their, you know, most experienced player. Mm-hmm. But what he does rubs off on other guys.
Yep.
You can definitely see what he does rubs off on other guys. So kudos to him because he's a very good player.
There's a foul on Mattern. It's Henson who is fouled. And as Tirado checks back in. Minute and 21 seconds to play. There's Mattern now as 72-47. Loose ball. Tirado's got it. Fishes it over. Nice pass. There's Henson from the corner. No good. Rebound Mattern. He's fouled.
Yep.
By Moisey. You got 42 seconds to play. Who's your vote for player of the game tonight? So this offense was run by number 1. Lots of assists tonight for number 1, Mr.
Absolutely.
Jonathan Bird.
Yeah.
And he's going to be tonight's Spooky Nook player of the game. Jonathan Bird distributing the basketball, leading them on defense.
Yeah.
Everything went through number 1, especially in that first quarter where they just put it on Penn Manor. And before you knew it, it was 18-0.
Listen, there's a lot of candidates for McCaskey for player of the game. I mean, any one of their whole starting five, you can make Garcia hitting threes, and McFadden rebounding and scoring inside, and Centeno, what he contributes. But Jonathan Byrd is like the veteran, and he just sets the tone on defense and shares the ball on offense, and I think he makes them go.
Here's Mattern's shot, no good. And just watching the bench right now as the game winds down, everybody down there cheering on whoever's on the floor. And just a great team victory tonight from McCaskey.
Yeah, absolutely.
11 seconds left. 72-48 your score. Mattern's at the line. His first free throw's no good. But almost everybody played if they didn't play. Everybody that was dressed tonight was on the floor for some sort of time and contributed.
Absolutely. And so that's a big builder. And if they can win tomorrow and get their record to 3-on-3 now you can see the progress. And they definitely are getting better. And, they play a tough early season schedule, and I think they draw benefits from that.
Yeah.
Because, they learn a lot about themselves and know they have a lot of work to do, and they get to it.
So we wind down under 10 seconds here. Anthony Henson. That one goes out of bounds, so Penn Manor will get the ball one more time. Well, there goes the clock. As Warren's going to get our player of the game, Jonathan Byrd, tonight's Spooky Nook player of the game. Stay tuned. We're going to get Jonathan Byrd up here and have a few words with him and ask him about tonight's game. As Bruce Badgley joins in with me now. 72-50 is your final. Bruce, a big time matchup here for McCaskey. A big victory for the Red Tornado at home.
Yeah, and as Warren touched on, they played a pretty tough preseason schedule, and a basketball season is a marathon, not a sprint. And each particular coach is trying to get something from this game. And, Warren touched on, a lot of things. I mean, Warren is absolutely one of the best analysts I've ever heard. But talked about the fact of how beneficial this was for McCaskey by, creating depth. You're going to need that depth during the season there, okay?
Yeah.
And, in the same vein, talking about, what Penn Manor and their coaching staff is going to do, okay, in making sure that, they're trying to get some positives out of these games. Now, look, this is a league game, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a great – basically, it's kind of the start, really, to the basketball season for both of these teams, starting, with Section 1 league play. And how impressive – did McCaskey come out and just kind of set the tone early? You touched on it, the fact of, they came out and played well in the first quarter. I talk about that all the time, that how important it is for teams and coaches to get something, to motivate their team.
Right.
And that full court pressure, that pressure defense, that, stealing the ball and what have you, was very special. So we have Jonathan coming up here.
Yeah. So he is going to receive the coveted LL Hoops T-shirt, player of the game T-shirt, thanks to Spooky Nook. It's a great-looking shirt. Nice long-sleeve shirt. You can follow LL Hoops on Twitter. You'll see a picture of Jonathan holding up this shirt later tonight. But we're going to get him in here, ask him a few questions, and then let him go celebrate this victory with his teammates as he makes his way to our booth here in the stands. Just a moment here. Coach Warren Goodling having a good conversation with Jonathan about his good play here tonight. Jonathan.
Slide down. Oh, sorry.
Come on down. Come into the frame. Heck of a game out there, young man.
Thank you.
Well played. And Coach Warren Goodling was alongside me calling the game tonight, and very impressed with your play. You're the LL Hoops player of the game. You got a T-shirt here.
Thank you.
So enjoy that. It's a nice workout shirt, and sport the LL Hoops. A big Section 1 win for you tonight. Tell us how the game went in your eyes.
I think we did perfectly well. I got my guys together. I talked to them before the game. I prepped them up. They weren't really well. We won against Northeastern the other day, but they were still like worried about our record and everything. So I just got them together. I'm like, yo, we got to start it because we can't keep losing, and we don't expect to lose no more.
Yeah, that's a great mentality to have, and the chemistry that you guys have on the court. You have 11 seniors on your squad, and you and Eric Centeno, McFadden, Garcia, all big nights. It was everybody. It was like you had a great part of this, guiding your guys, but everybody contributed.
Yeah,
it was. Tell me about the camaraderie that you have playing together for so long.
I think our chemistry is so good because we won it. Like we won it more than anybody. And I can say in the beginning we didn't really want it that much, but when we got our first win, we're like, all right, this is what we want to do, and I think we're going to do it.
Yeah, tough matchup. I mean, you played a tough schedule here early on, so the record is what it is. 1-3. That's not how you played tonight. You looked like an unbeaten team out there on the floor.
Thank you.
And kudos to you and your team. And a matchup coming up tomorrow. Yeah. Lancaster Catholic. So what are you going to do tonight to prepare? Get home, get some sleep?
Get some sleep. Text my guys, make sure they're all in bed because they like to play the game. So, and then be ready for tomorrow.
All right, Jonathan. Thank